Alright, so this is gonna be a weird video on these consoles from different generations, but made at the same time. Or if they're not made at the same time, they're made by the same company. These are basically clone designs. Look at this. So we have Power A. This is the company that made this, and you have Power A here. The only difference is that this is an Xbox One controller. You can honestly barely tell that these are different generations without looking at that home button on here. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, which obviously symbolizes those lights at the edges and has a back and start. Unlike this, which has the stupid weird double square and 3 lines, which is really dumb. And it has the Xbox logo on like a 4 numbers right here. Let's go over these. I'm gonna say this. These things are both not durable. I use this less than this one, but you can tell that these controllers are not going to be durable. This joystick cover already fell off. This one got shaved. Well, no, I think this one of these, I had to shave a layer off of it, because it was like, it was weird. It basically how this one ended up. One of the joysticks kind of ended up a lot more rugged because it had a slice and I had to get rid of it. Also, the triggers are really weird but I really wish that all Xbox 360 controllers had this design but weren't as crappy as build quality, because the D-pad is way better. This D-pad, however, compared to the Xbox One controller, is crappy. It is very mushy compared to the Xbox One controller, but to a 360 one, this is actually way better than the stupid default one. For the Xbox 360 controller, like, look at this. Like, what is this? It's like a joystick, basically. It's a really bad D-pad. But you have one issue. You cannot use headsets properly on this controller. As you can see, it only has a 2.5 millimeter jack. You could use a 2.5 millimeter headphone, which is really not going to work, but you can try it. Here it has this one has a specific headset port, which works wonders. The only thing I don't like is this is a wireless version, so it's gonna be this big battery thing in the way. I think I'm gonna get a wired version in the way, so this battery pack won't be in the way. But in comparison, which is better, the Power A for the Xbox 360 or the Microsoft Power A or Microsoft controller? This is a doozy, but if it's wired, I prefer this one. Since this one's not wired and this one's wired, I would prefer this one right now, even though it's less build quality and there's a button there's a problem with the A button. But this one just is a lot smaller, and also the cover for the Xbox logo is taken off. I don't know why. Now let's go ahead and talk about this one compared to the regular Xbox One controller. This is just cheaper, but a pro is that it has the same design as this and this, which is really different from the Xbox One controller, which I'll show right here. You can tell that this is a lot more different. This is a lot more flat, it has bigger, actually better triggers, and just it feels better. Or if you're for most games on the Xbox One, this thing feels better, more comfortable in your hands. But you gotta admit, the thing I don't like about this is its non-arc design at the top. The top is just flat, unlike this thing, which is arced at the top and has the empty space because it's wired. This is cheapo. You can just look at the D-pad on these two. This one clicks. This one's super duper mushy. Look. The joysticks are much better. A very interesting design choice of these being across, unlike these where the power the two buttons are down here and the Xbox One button's there, and my Xbox One isn't actually powered on. So also the buttons here are better than these buttons. But which one is better? The Xbox One controller is better. The Xbox One controller is better than the bootleg controller. The only difference, the only thing that could change my mind is the how this thing is built compared to this one, or like how the design, basically. That's the thing that, you know, it's the only thing that's keeping this from being complete trash. But the big issue is there's no headphone jack at the bottom. Look, it's like this weird thing that you can't put anything into, unlike this, which has 3.5 headphone jack. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just a weird comparison of a bunch of Xbox controllers. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed.